everybody, happy Friday and welcome back to Daniellability. I am going on a road trip this weekend, and so I thought I should show you guys some of my travel essentials, especially if I'm going on a road trip. So I'll do another video eventually on if I'm going on an airplane, but this is just specifically for if I'm gonna be driving and especially if I'm traveling alone. These are the top 5 things that I always take with me when I'm traveling on the road. The first thing is to have a really good bag to put all of your stuff in. So I have this bag here and it is enough for just a weekend, and there's lots of different compartments. There's, 3 different sections, and it has really nice handles on it that have a thing so you can connect the handles. Also, it came with other luggage, so it has this little thing where you can attach it to your suitcase, which I do when I have a suitcase, but I don't for this trip. And also, another thing that I personally use with this is if I am wheeling and I'm at risk of it falling off of my lap, the straps are actually big enough that I can just stick it over my head, which probably looks and seems ridiculous, but it works for me if I'm traveling alone and need to carry my bag on my own. So that is another thing about this bag that I really like. The next thing that I usually have with me, whether I use it or not, I always have it in the bottom of my bag that I just showed you, and that is a bungee cord, because if I don't feel like putting that around my neck, and if it's really heavy, I definitely shouldn't put it around my neck. So I always have a bungee cord with me, so I can always just bring this around and attach it to my chair and hold the bag in place that way. So I always have this in my bag whether I use it or not. The next thing that I always have with me, and this goes for any time that I travel, whether it's a road trip or traveling by plane, is I always have extra cushion covers for my chair. I always have at least one extra with me, just in case it gets dirty from wheeling around all day or I spill something on it or whatever. I always carry an extra one with me. The next thing I always pack, again, whether I am traveling on a plane or I am traveling on the road, I always have a hand mirror. And I've had this one forever. It's actually broken on the one side. It used to be like you could zoom in on the one side and then the other one was the normal one, but the one side broke. And I always travel with this, because if I'm staying in a hotel, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see into any of the mirrors. They may be too high up on the wall, and there may not be a floor-length one. If I'm staying at somebody's house, same thing. They may not have a mirror that is in a room that I can get into, and even if it is, it may be too high on the wall, whether it's in the bathroom or whatever. So I always have a mirror with me so that when I do my makeup, when I do my hair, anything like that, I know that I'll have a mirror that I can see into and use. And the final thing that I always have if I'm specifically traveling on the road, and specifically if I'm by myself, but really I always have it in my wallet, is my AAA card. Because if my car breaks down, if I for some reason run out of gas, if I get a flat tire, anything like that, I always want to make sure that I have this, because if I get stranded on the side of the road, there's not a whole lot I can do. So I always make sure that I have that with me, just to make sure that I'm being safe, and if something were to happen, I have a way for someone to come and get me, because obviously if I'm around home and something were to happen, I can call my family, but if I'm in a different state or whatever, I need a way to get assistance if I need it. So I always make sure that I have this in my wallet. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that's helpful for you. If you have any other tips and tricks of things that you pack or take with you, whatever, let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions, definitely let me know. And if you have any ideas of videos you'd like to see or questions you have, also let me know. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.